Okay, this next exercise, exercise 4, basic changes, requires you to modify a part that we've already created. So we've already created this in the actual lesson of this section. So if I go to open, and I go to my lesson 3, you see down here that we've got assembly files, so we can't see anything in lesson 3 until I change this. It's only looking for assembly files, so change it to all files. And you see we've got basic changes here. So select the basic changes one. Click open, and that's our completed part. So we have a few things to change on this. So first thing I ask you to do is change the overall length of this base plate. So you can kind of double click on this over here and you get those dimensions up, or you can actually click on the part itself there and then just do a double left click on the 100mm dimension. Because this is an older version file, the one we've got saved, if you've kind of just used the one that you've created in the lesson, you won't see this. But if you use the one that they've kind of given you in this section in the exercise folder, you get this. Because it is an older file type and you're running a newer version, you'll get that. You're about to make change to an older file version, saving will convert this file to the current version. So you can take, don't ask me this again, I tend to leave it on so I get it for videos like these and show it in class. So I'm going to click OK, but you can take don't ask me again. So click OK, then it's 100, so we need to change that to 150. Click the green check mark. Okay, and if we do this up here, you got to rebuild up here, or you can just do Control B. I'd kind of try and remember Control B if you could. Kind of handy keyboard shortcut, and you see it magically changing lengths. Okay. So now we're going to double click on the vertical boss. Oops. Try to get this. There it is. Again, 35. You could double click over here. So this 35mm dimension is what we're going to change. Just spin that around. You'll notice as you spin around, the dimensions kind of, I don't know if you kind of notice that the dimensions kind of show the right way around for you. So it's the 35 dimension we're going to change, and we're going to change this to 65, I think. 65. Click OK, and do a Control B just to do a rebuild on it. And you should end up with that. Last but not least is the two holes. So just double click on the inside face of the hole just to get that. And you can see obviously this is this one's kind of tied into this hole, so we're going to change the 12mm to 20mm. So double click on the 12, click OK, and a quick Control B, and the hole changes position, and now it's central to the thing. Just click isometric, and if you just want to check the mask properties, you can go up to mask properties and evaluate, or you can just type a keyboard shortcut, type P. A few things to kind of look at here. So this time our grams should change, our weight should change to 79.873. But also as well, because we've kind of moved things around in the hole, I mean if you move those holes, it'd still be the same mass properties. So just to kind of check that you've got the right center of mass. So if you've used the exercise part, you should get the correct center of mass. If you've kind of used yours, depending on where you've started, you may get a slight difference on that, so it's a little bit more difficult to check on that. So if you use the exercise part, you will get that correct center of mass. Okay, so that's about it. Then just close that and just click save to resave that version of the file, and it's going to save over it. So, and that's your new file type saved. Okay, so that's exercise 4, basic changes.